Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos where I take a look at all the new comic books coming out on either May 10th or 11th, 2022. And I ask myself the question, what one new comic book would I buy this week if I could buy just one book? Let's jump right in with the content of this video first by taking a look back at my pick from 2 weeks ago, which was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, issue number 5. The question remains, was it a worthy and worthwhile pick to be my just one book pick of the week? And the answer is no. No, not really. It's not that it was bad. I really enjoyed the Last Ronin series. It just was kind of a typical ending. It was basically what I expected. It wasn't very dramatic or climactic. Climactic? Yes. But I did enjoy it. I'm happy I got it. I'm happy I read it. Like I said, I really enjoyed this series. But I wasn't so pumped about it that I think it was a worthy just one book pick for the week. If I had it to do over again in hindsight, I probably would have picked Something is Killing the Children, issue number 22. You all know I like Something is Killing the Children a whole heck of a lot. I really enjoyed that issue as well. So as a single issue, I enjoyed that more than The Last Ronin, but The Last Ronin was good, just not pick of the week good. If you read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin issue number 5, I'd like to know what you thought of it down in the comments. And also if you read it, and you also read Something is Killing the Children 22, I'd like to know which one, if you had to choose one of those two, would you pick? All right, let's move right on with this video. First by talking about my changes to this video this week. I'm always very sensitive about the length of these videos. I think they're too long at 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to shorten them. So what I'm going to try to do is I am only going to give you 3 honorable mentions rather than my usual 5 honorable mentions, and then we will wrap things up with my just one book pick of the week. So my first of three honorable mentions this week is a new book called 8 Billion Genies, issue number 1 of an 8-issue limited series from Image Comics. Here's the description. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Now, what if everyone else had one wish too? That's 8 Billion Genies. The new 8-issue series from Charles Soule. I can never know if it's Charles Soule or Charles Soule, the guy who writes Star Wars, and Ryan Brown. At exactly the same moment, everyone on Earth gets a genie and one wish. All hell breaks loose in a very entertaining way, and that's just the beginning. Buckle in for the wildest ride of the year. Well, if you couldn't tell, this book makes me happy. Simply reading the description makes me smile. It sounds like a really interesting and fun concept. 8 billion people on the planet all get one wish all at the same time. What ends up happening with that? That is really, really cool to me. This is a book that I was not going to pick up this week. I had no interest in this book, or at least it really wasn't on my radar until I started doing research for this video. And I saw this and I was like, I might have to go ahead and pick that up just because I think it will be an entertaining read. I'm really interested in seeing how this premise plays out. And from a writer, Charles Soule, I'm going to do some research and get down to the bottom of how to pronounce his name. I'm even more excited because he's writing it. I have been reading his Star Wars book, and I really, really like that. So I have a lot of confidence in him as a writer. So with a cool premise and a cool writer, I think this is a book worth checking out this week. The next book I want to mention to you is Hulk vs. Thor, Banner of War Alpha, or issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. Hulk and Thor have both undergone massive changes recently, but one thing remains constant: their heated rivalry. When mysterious circumstances bring them into conflict once more, will the God of Thunder be able to triumph against a Bruce Banner who can now control his rage? Celebrating the 60th anniversary of both characters, this epic 5-part crossover between the Thor and Hulk series starts here in this oversized alpha issue, brought to you by creators Donny Cates and Martin Choccolo. Key mysteries from both series will be revealed, as well as shocking consequences for the future of both characters. All right, so if you've been watching these videos for a while, you know that I am a fan of both the Thor series and the current Hulk series. And a lot of the reason that I'm a fan of these two titles is because of Donny Cates. You know, I can see people loving or hating Donny Cates. I can see people liking Donny Cates and then getting tired of Donny Cates. I can see a lot of that. But where I am at currently is that I really enjoy Donny Cates. I find him very entertaining. I find him to be somebody who gives me something that's just fun and awesome and fist pumping. And like I've said before, gives me a lot of whoa moments in both the Thor series and the Hulk series. So now you're going to put those two things together in the hands of Donny Cates. I expect fireworks. I mean, you put Hulk and Thor in a room together and you get them fighting. That's entertaining in and of itself. But in the hands of Donny Cates, I think that this could be the definition of awesome. So I am really, really looking forward to checking this out. Now, considering that it is a mini-series, I forget if it said in this description how many parts, 5-part epic crossover. 5 issues is not a lot, but it's not a little either. So what is 5 issues of this going to be? I hope it's not like 2 or 3 issues, too many. But I am looking forward to it. I am definitely going to check it out. And as a fan of Thor and Hulk, specifically the series from Donny Cates, I think that this could be a really cool and entertaining book to check out. The next book I want to mention to you is Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 1 of a 4-issue limited series from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. A blood moon rises, and its contents are black, white, and red. A bevy of comicdom's finest creators put their mark upon the Fist of Khonshu in stories depicted in stark black, white, and blood red. Jonathan Hickman and Chris Bacalo introduce the all-different Moon Knight of the future. Mark Guggenheim and Jorge Fornes tell a Moon Knight adventure in reverse. And Murewa Ayodele, I butchered that, and Dotun Akande team the White-Clad Crusader up with the Amazing Spider-Man for a harrowing night of adventure. Parental advisory. Okay, I got through it, guys. I was able to read it eventually. I think you got the gist of what's going on here. It's multiple stories told about Moon Knight in the black, white, and blood red limited color palette. Marvel has been doing a lot of these. DC does these. They can be entertaining. They can be cool. They can be really kind of a way for artists to really strut their stuff and flex their muscles. So they could be fun and worth checking out. In addition, Moon Knight's never been hotter. The final episode of the Moon Knight Disney Plus series just premiered this past week. Some people really, really liked it. Some people really, really didn't like it. I kind of fell somewhere in the middle. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I thought that the female character, I don't want to tell you too much, but the female character, I forget her name, ended up being kind of a standout for me, and one that I enjoyed maybe even more than Moon Knight himself. But it was worth checking out, and I did enjoy it. It wasn't a complete fail for me, but it wasn't like the best Marvel thing I have seen so far. But regardless, once again, Moon Knight's as hot as it's ever been, so it's a good time for a new Moon Knight book to come out and a time for people to read new Moon Knight stories. All that being said, there is one main reason why this book is worth checking out this week. There's a first appearance in there. It was alluded to in the description when they say Jonathan Hickman and Chris Bachalo introduce the all different Moon Knight of the future. Okay, so according to Key Collector Comics, Key Collector Comics says that this issue has the first appearance of the last living priest of Khonshu, a vigilante who operates 6,000 years into the future. Now, a character that takes place 6,000 years into the future, how much legitimacy, relevance is this character going to have to us and our current storytelling and our current maybe spec potential? Who knows? You never know. But it is the first appearance of a character, the last living priest of Khonshu. So it's worth at least paying attention. So if you're a Moon Knight fan, I absolutely recommend picking this up. If you're specking on all things Moon Knight, you should definitely consider picking this up. And if you just like cool art, because sometimes the limited color palette can actually bring out some very, very, very cool things in the art. If you're a fan of cool art, you might flip this open and consider picking this up for that reason as well. All right, so that's all my honorable mentions for this week. That leaves me with the one book that I would buy this week if I could buy just one book. And that book is Grimm, issue number 1 from Boom Studios. Here's the description. Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has only just begun. Discover the world of the afterlife, where Jessica has been recruited as a Reaper, tasked with ferrying countless souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, she has no memory of what killed her and put her into this predicament. In order to unravel the mystery of her own demise, she'll have to solve an even bigger one. Where is the actual Grim Reaper? From acclaimed writer Stephanie Phillips and fan favorite artist Flaviano comes a bold new vision of what comes after and the nature of death itself. All right, so why did I pick this book this week? Well, I don't know. It's totally a gut feeling that I have about the potential of this book. It's pretty clear that Boom Studios was trying to evoke a little bit of a something is killing the children vibe with their promotion of this book. A quick thing about the covers that you're going to see here. The one that doesn't have trade dress, that represents a foil cover of the A cover that's going to be coming out for this book. There's also a Jenny Friesen cover for this book, and as usual, the Jenny Friesen covers are amazing, and this cover is no exception. But I believe, I thought it was an open order one. I don't know what it was, but I believe there was another cover done by, is it, oh, I'm blanking on, it's the guy who did there were 3 covers for Something is Killing the Children. There was the Jenny Friesen one, there was the main cover, and then there was the 3rd cover. I'll put it right down here in the bottom, the name of the guy who did that art. I can't believe I'm not thinking of it off the top of my head. But I believe that artist has done a cover for this book as well. So it appeared as though Boom was basically trying to make us think Something is Killing the Children in the promotion of this book. And so that might be the reason why I am interested in this book, is they kind of flipped my Something is Killing the Children switch. And it makes me think, oh, this book might be worth checking out. But it also does sound like an interesting premise. I just wish that I could really put my finger more on what is cool about it. stories about the afterlife and solving mysteries, and it could be really interesting. I don't know. This is not typical of me to give you a pick and to be like, well, why did I pick this book? I don't know. It just feels like the right pick. That's basically what I'm all about this week with this pick. It just feels like the right pick of the week. It feels like a book that I should pick up. It feels like a book that I should check out, and it feels like a book that I should read. So those are all of the reasons why Grimm issue number 1 is my just one book pick for this week. All right, that's the video. I hope it was shorter and I just didn't take it as an opportunity to ramble more. If you like this video and you like this content, likes are appreciated by me, so please, please, please consider hitting the like button. It helps me a lot. In addition, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're informed when I put out other videos. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.